All right, I promised you guys an unboxing. This is JB. This is the Breakout Music Group channel. If you're new, please hit the like, share, and subscribe if you're into this kind of content. So I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I actually did kind of assemble the kit already, but for unboxing reasons, we're gonna take out certain pieces and kind of go over it and give you an idea of what's going on here. So this is a 5-piece Pearl Roadshow kit. So in here, I'm gonna just show y'all a couple of pieces. I'm gonna start with the snare. We kind of tuned it up already, but right. I got a couple of extra pieces that I want to show you guys that if you are just getting a brand new kit, or even if you've had a kit for a while, if you don't have these pieces, you may want to get them because they can help improve the sound of your equipment that you have. All right, so we got the snare here. We got a tom. All right. Right, you can hear how the sound resonates right now. So again, like I said, I have a couple of little trinkets, little pieces that, like I said, once you put it on there, it might improve the sound. And I didn't even tune this. This is exactly how it came out of the box. So I did tune up the snare, but I didn't tune up the toms. And I'm gonna show you what I mean about the little improvements or modifications that you can add to these. All right. So, putting the snare on. I already put the tom on. A lot of this kit is really plug and play, like very straightforward. I actually had a little bit of assistance from like a little brother of mine. And we put this thing together in like an hour, probably less. All right, so just put that on the stand. Oh, I have one more thing I could show you guys. All right, it does come with one cymbal. It comes with the hi-hats, but I don't really consider those cymbals. It comes with this crash ride. This will probably be the only thing I would suggest, like if you're ordering this kit. I would suggest definitely get like either a crash or a splash or of some sort. I might put some options up on the screen so you could see. But this is good right out of the box if you just like practicing and jamming. But if you are planning to maybe play a show or play, you know, at an event, a gig of some sort, I'll let you hear what it sounds like, and like I said, I would just get either a crash or a splash or a dedicated ride. I'm not the hugest fan of crash ride combination cymbals, but like I said, I'll hit this a few times and let you get an idea of what it's working with, right? I'm sorry guys, I was kind of pressed for time. When I initially was setting up this kit, I would have definitely loved to capture the whole process for you guys. Again, I apologize. I will be doing better in the future. But yeah, so like I said, with this pedal, the adjuster or the tightener is on the side, so you don't have to like go under or behind to attach it. And it's pretty nifty, so hopefully you can like see from there. Okay. Just lift it slightly, put this on, right? And then you just twist it from the side. Back in the day, you would have to maybe do something like this to get under it and tighten it, but you just easily twist it from the side. I think that's actually really innovative, right? Dampening the sound so that it doesn't resonate or ring out as long when you hit it. I'm gonna demonstrate that with the snare drum and the tom that I took out of the box a little while ago. All right, so let's move this out of the way so you can see the tom, right? You might be able to see on the other toms I'm kind of giving away what I'm going to do, but just in case you're not, you know, just in case you don't know about certain dampening equipment, we're going to go over that, right? So that's, again, untuned, straight out of the box, right? Not too bad, but also not the greatest, okay? So we have two items that we're gonna add to this to kind of like change the sound of it, and it will sound more like this, right? Less resonation coming out of it, and like more of a deeper sound, without having to tune it or anything. So well, this one is from Remo, but they also have, I forgot what the other brand is at the moment, but I could like put links to these things, or like I'll show you pictures. These rings are I underestimated these rings when I first saw them, and I didn't actually understand what they were used for, and maybe some of you might be in that same category or situation, but I'm gonna demonstrate exactly how this helps sculpt or change your sound, right? We just put that on there. Drastic difference. No tuning involved. All I did was put this, what seems like just a flimsy, you know, ring. Going from that to, right? So I would suggest you invest in these. Again, I would try to put a link to the ones that I got. I'm gonna work on getting like an affiliated link, but I'm just sharing the knowledge. So I'm not gonna get anything out of the link that I post, but I will get, you know, you guys some better sounds for your equipment if you're not aware of what these rings do or how it helps with your sound, right? So the dampening ring is step one, right? It controls the sound a lot better. And then there's also these. So I'm trying to, hopefully you guys can see this. These are like the moon gels or dampening gels, right? It looks, I don't know, my daughter loves like messing with these or taking these off of the drum at our church. But these are really good for helping, again, with dampening the resonation and sculpting the sound of the drum. So I think I only put one. I only put one on here, and let's see how we change the sound once again. Right. So now we take it from a high pitch resonated, like a high pitch sound that rings, and now we get like, you know, without this and just the dampening. Let's see what it sounds like. Right, not bad. Let's take this off. Yeah. So again, the toms right out of the box. The floor tom, I did have to, like, the floor tom comes completely, the top and the bottom skin are not attached, so you have to put those on. They give you the hardware in the kit to put it together. But the toms, the skins for the beater skin and the resin skin, I believe it's called, they are already assembled. You just have to attach the hardware to mount it to the kick drum. But yeah, this out of the box. I you know, not a fan. Not a fan. Put on just the moon gel or the dampening gel. Right? Already adjust the sound quite enough. And then you combine that with the dampening ring. It sounds like you actually tuned it. So these are just two little, if you want to call them drummer hacks, things that will help your kit. If your kit is making some sounds that you think maybe tuning might be the answer, sometimes it's little things like this, and they're actually pretty cheap too. You'll see when you click the links. I also did something like that to the snare. So I'm gonna hit the snare a few times, let you see. The dampening rings and the dampening gel aren't limited to just the toms, although it does help the toms a lot. The pack that I got, it came with 4 of these rings. They have different packs according to the different sizes of toms. So just do some research, know the size of your, to figure out the size of the toms that you have, and then just get the pack that fits with those size of toms. Like some people have 4 toms, some people have a lot more toms. You might have to get 2 packs to accommodate the toms that you have. But again, because this kit was ordered, I could see before I ordered the kit, I could see the sizes of what the toms were. So I ordered the rings and the moon gels and all of this stuff all together. I had it ordered for this church. So again, let me just show you what the snare sounds like without any modifications. Tune the snare a little bit. It's not bad. Let me try to get a rim shot. Right on the rim shot sounds like it kind of has some extra resonation going on there that isn't that great. We're gonna do the same thing that we did with the toms. We're just gonna add the dampening ring, and then we'll add the dampening gels and see if we could just sculpt the tone to something that we're more, something that we like a little bit more. All right, so again, just putting on the dampening ring, right? So there's like a little ringing that happens, like it's like the snare sound kind of rings out without the ring on it. I don't know if you guys can pick that up, but when you have this on it, it muffles that extra ring that is happening after you hit the snare. So these are the little things, especially if you are a drummer that wants to record your drumming to, these little things will help you have to do less editing in your software, right? I have a couple of moon gels over here. So again, on the toms, I only put 1 because I felt like that's all I needed on those toms. On the floor tom, I have 3. Right, and it still has a little ring to it. It's not bad. I just, like I said, it's to your preference. So yeah, I think you should only use 1 ring. I don't know if there's anybody out there using multiple rings. But the moon gels, that's definitely up to your preference. Adding more moon gels dampens the tom sound more. So I just used what I felt like was needed. So I felt like 1 was needed for these toms. I felt like 3 was an acceptable amount on the floor tom. All right. For the snare, let's see what 1 dampening gel sounds like. Right. So even the rim shot sounds a bit better. It doesn't have that as much ringing. The rim shot doesn't have as much ringing going on as it did without the dampening. Right. I think I ended up ultimately keeping just 2 on here, so I'm going to put the second one back on. And again, the moon gels are there to help you with your dampening, so just try not to hit them directly. If you try to maybe make sure you're placing them on places that you don't really hit with when you strike the drum. So I have 1 on the top and 1 on the bottom. I usually try to aim for the middle. Right. I like the sound that it makes with having the 2 gels on and the ring on. So this is what we ended up with. I did mention that I was gonna let you hear what the cymbal sounds like. Again, it's a crash ride. I do suggest getting either a crash or a splash and a separate ride. The Roadshow comes with 5 pieces, an excellent kick pedal. Instead of having a combined crash ride, like get maybe a dedicated ride and a dedicated crash. I'm just gonna play a little bit so you can hear what the set sounds like. So we have out of the box toms, slightly tuned snare with no modifications. Right? I'm gonna leave the floor tom the way it is because I don't wanna redo everything, but I'm gonna give you an idea of what the cymbal sounds like. All right, so this is the Pearl Roadshow 5-piece kit. I'm just gonna kind of demonstrate what it sounds like a bit out of the box, slightly, slightly tuned, not the toms, just the snare is tuned, right? So that's how it sounds without the modifications. I'm gonna try to do the same thing with the modifications on, and you tell me which sounds better to you. So it's already back together the way that we had modified it. So tell me what you think. So I personally like the sound of the snare and the toms with the dampening on, and hopefully you've been able to see and hear for yourself the differences between having some of this dampening on and some of it off. Let me know in the comments if any of this was helpful, if you're gonna maybe get some of these dampening rings or the dampening gel for your kit. And again, usually I'm doing like bass and piano content, so I would generally say just practice something that challenges you to break out of old habits, and I think that still applies to drumming. Like, this was a whole experience, a new one for me, and I enjoyed it. So if you ever get a chance to help somebody, or you know somebody's about to get a drum set and you want to see what that experience is like, I definitely encourage you to do it, and they possibly could use a hand. So thank you again. Like, share, and subscribe. All right, love you guys. God bless. And speaking of what it also came with, they have this awesome stick bag that comes with it. It has the Pearl logo on there. It's pretty dope. I think it comes with 2 pairs of sticks, right? It comes with 2 pairs of sticks, and it comes with these nifty little like hooks that you could just put on your floor tom and just have it like open right there. This is how I've seen it before. I mean, I'm sure there's ways to utilize it that maybe you guys might know about that I haven't thought of. But most of the time I see a drumstick bag, it's attached to the floor tom and it's open, so just in case your stick flies out, you can just quickly grab a replacement stick. So yeah, it's a great place to keep your, and this is the drum key that it came with. So this is a great place to like keep stuff like that all together. It has a nice little pocket here with a zip. You just drop your key in there, zip it away. It has like the Velcro there. It feels sturdy. It's a nice little sturdy bag. So this is it's a great, you know, addition to having the kit and everything. Yeah, so like I said, not that I'm endorsed by Pearl or anything like that, but if you for personal use, or your church, you know, needs a new drum set, this is under $1,000, and it's pretty good. Like I said, the pedal is great. Comes with 2 pairs of sticks, the stick bag. Once again, I'll link the mods that we added to it. But yeah, for under $1,000, definitely you get your money's worth with this.